US President Joe Biden is playing a very dangerous game, and he seems to be slipping, quite literally. He was on stage at the US Air Force Academy handing out diplomas. As soon as he handed out the last one, he tipped and took a tumble. Have a look at this video first. Now, this is happening in the lead up to the US elections, and it doesn't help Joe Biden's cause. In fact, it has ignited further concern among Americans. Concerns that he is too old for the presidential run, and it has also handed fresh ammo to the rivals, of course. Listen to what Donald Trump had to say about this.
President Trump. Biden just fell on stage at commencement.
He did? He just fell on what stage?
He's down at Colorado Springs with that commencement.
He's at the Air Force Academy.
Yeah, fell on stage.
He actually fell down? Well, I hope he wasn't hurt. I hope he wasn't hurt. But the whole thing is, look, the whole thing is crazy. You got to be careful about that. You got to be careful about that because you don't want that. Even if you have to tiptoe down a ramp, you got to tiptoe.
Now, this is not the first time this has happened, and most likely it will not be the last time either. Joe Biden is called the gaffe machine for a reason. Just last month, he accidentally announced that he would be holding a major press conference, and later the White House clarified that he was actually referring to some previous interview. And about 2 months back, Joe Biden visited the tornado-ravaged town of Rolling Fork in Mississippi. He was delivering a speech when he referred to the town as Rolling Stone, not just once, but twice. Can you imagine confusing a town with a pop culture magazine? Joe Biden had another slip-up in February. He was speaking on the 30th anniversary of the Family and Medical Leave Act, and he got his words all mixed up and said more than half the women in his administration are women. The video went viral. He was trolled left, right, and center. And then there was another one. Joe Biden was at an event honoring Martin Luther King Jr. He was singing happy birthday to the civil rights leader's daughter-in-law when he ended up forgetting her name. And he was chided for it all across social media and TV platforms. Clearly, old age comes with memory issues. And how can we forget this one? Last year, Joe Biden was riding a bicycle near his Delaware Beach home. He greeted reporters with a wave and a cheery good morning. Just moments later, he fell off his bicycle, creating a rather embarrassing spectacle. Biden himself is aware of his blunders. Back in 2018, he admitted that he is indeed a gaffe machine. But his slip-ups, both of the tongue and the legs, are way too frequent, and the list can keep going on. Republicans have linked this to his age. They say that it is because of cognitive decline. For Biden, however, age is just a number, and that may be the only explanation for his re-election bid. Just think of the intensity of the campaign for once, not just strategically, but physically as well. Biden will have to visit several states, address countless conferences. It is going to be hectic, to say the least. Can Biden really deal with that? And even if re-elected in 2024, Joe Biden would be 82 at the start of his second term, 86 at the end of it. In a YouGov poll, when asked if Biden was too old for another term as president, 65% of the Americans had said yes, 18% said no, 17% were unsure. And when asked the same about Donald Trump, by the way, 45% of the people voted yes, 35% voted no, 20% said they were unsure. You see, Trump also would be 82 at the end of the term in office. He's 4 years younger than Biden. Still, Americans don't find him too old. In another poll, in fact, Americans were asked how concerned they were about Biden's health and his mental capabilities. 77% said they were concerned, though their concerns varied in intensity. Only 23% were not concerned at all. And for Trump, about 60% were concerned, 40% were not. And it's not just the voters. A lot of Democrats also agree that Biden is too old for another term, but this does not seem to be affecting Biden. He believes he can secure victory in 2024. But the question is, do Americans also think the same? WION now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the updates on the move.